Yeah, yeah. What will you do for the nut? Call me Scrat. What will you do for the nut? Call me Scrat. Fucking yo bitch as she give me the scat. Fucking yo bitch and I'm fucking a cat. Woo, woo. Okay. This is how I think now. This is how I talk. You get what I'm saying? People ask me if I'm from New York because, like, it slips. Nah, and they get mad when I'm like, say I'm from Chicago. They would rather have me be from New York just to, like, because people here in my town, it's a small town. And I think they want to be, like, overvalued, but not like, undervalued. Like, if they're gonna get fucked by urban elites like myself, then I think they would rather have them be like the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme, the Michael Bloombergs, who of course would never come within 1,000 miles. I mean, Warren Buffet's not that far, so anyway, fuck him. I keep seeing him pop up in my feed, man. Like my feed, bro. It's called a feed. It's called a feed. It's like put a fucking bag on your face already, you know? And that's what we did with the masks, by the way. It's like I felt like a horse. It's crazy. That was traumatic as fuck. That was like that was we survived that shit though. We all went through it. So like no more trauma Olympics, no more competing to see who's the most oppressed. We're all fucking oppressed, okay? You could even make a case that rich people are more oppressed. Depending on how you look at it. Like the banks are they're kind of closer to fucking some of them over. Now, granted, they probably the police will probably be a little more polite to them, you know, for making a charitable donation to NYPD or whatever. You know, obviously they're not going to just sick the dogs on Mike Bloom turd, okay? They're not gonna come and shoot him in Minecraft in his sleep. But they will do that to Breonna Taylor and whoever else, me probably at some point. Click clack, motherfucker. Yeah. So I've been debating in my head. Well, I'm doing this one bit on gun control, but the bit's not developed at all. Basically, the idea is like if we're gonna have gun control, great, but like make it for the cops first. Like do a little test program on that. Uh, but like the question for me is, without revealing the details of my self defense arsenal, at what point is it okay to be public about it, to come out with it, and how should people go about attaining what's like the most realistic? Because take the law out of the equation, okay? Fuck the law, fuck the feds. I don't give a fuck what they have to say about guns. There be people all over social media, you know, you may know some of them, maybe not. But you can get that shit anywhere. You go to Gary, Indiana, you gonna find a strap one way or another. You might have it pointed in your face at the rest stop. That there's a real possibility of that happening. So yeah, so don't go there. I would go to your local trap house, you know. Bring cash. Cuz you can lose cash and it's not a big deal. You know, cash is garbage. I think we're all at the point now where like if you value cash, bro, you're pathetic. You're like a simp. That's like the currency equivalent of being a simp at this point. Of course, there's always crypto, but we don't even really know what that shit is anymore. You know, people get scammed on that all the fucking time. I got scammed on it. I deleted the video. I was butthurt over it just because I was going to promote it, and then I'm like, oh shit, this is a scam. And it was too late. So I'm just like, okay, goodbye. Didn't happen. But it did happen. And I'm glad that it happened because it wasn't a big amount of money. So it doesn't matter at all, but there's a lesson in that. Even like in a small, when you lose a little bit, it's just like a cautionary tale of like, don't go further down that path, you know. And some people just keep going because they're just compelled by it, like gamblers, like compulsive gamblers, drinkers, whatever it is, whether it's a positive thing or not. I'm just trying to be attracted to positivity and exude that the best I can, even though my flaws are like so fucking. I mean, look at my room, bro. Like Jordan Peterson shit up in here. I should fucking hire him as my maid service. Yeah, but like in due time, man, in due time, like I'm just a lazy fucking. I'm just lazy, but there is a structure to it, and that structure has allowed me to get by, even when you would think it was impossible. I've always ascended. That's just what I do. And really, it's all about timing. Because you'll have, in business, in the business world, in the corporate world, you will always have periods of extended growth, but most of it you wouldn't notice because it's so gradual, right? It is so gradual that most people are still around jerking each other off, trying to convince each other to invest, rather than actually pulling the switch and investing. Do you notice that? Do you notice how many fucking dickwads act or don't take action for themselves, but instead they're trying to like convince other people to join their little cult? I mean, it's a pattern. It's like one of the most obvious patterns in humanity that I've observed is just like somebody has a good idea. They enlist a bunch of fucking beta cucks to go around and like recruit gammas to to try and get a buck or two off of that, but they're getting fucked the hardest because at least the gamma can pull out. The beta can't do that. The middleman is fucked on both sides. So that's why I've never had any desire to be in a management position whatsoever. I have been a couple times, but it was like those were the worst days of my life, and I wouldn't ever fucking do it again. Wouldn't ever do it again. But this is not to say that some people shouldn't do it, obviously, because it's a necessary position. I do think maybe just improve the definition of that word. Instead, make it like just improve the company wherever you work, if that's possible. If it's not possible, then maybe it's not the right fit for you. And people don't like hearing that because they've invested so much time and money and resources in the path that they embarked on, but they like keep going with it even though it's very clearly not working out. Like they hate their lives, they get drunk on the weekends, they work 9 to 5 or fucking 5 to 9 or whatever. It doesn't matter what the fucking what the times are, but it's all the same, man. I feel like most people are just fucking clones of each other. That's why that's why I'm not against like cloning, because it's like, well, we're already doing that. So, whatever science fiction dystopia that the Alex Joneses of the world are screaming about on a daily basis and like binge eating over, bro, like you're already in it. So why don't you get off your ass and like try and fix something? Try and fix a faucet or some shit, or read a book. Read a book about finance. I'm a lazy fuck, and sometimes that's all I can do. I can barely put together my own fucking furniture, bro. But I can write. I can write for 5 hours a day, so that's a skill. That's a fucking skill, like it or not. And there is a certain enjoyment in that, in putting out content. And I'm starting to paywall, and the reason I'm doing this video actually is to tell my most dedicated subscribers is that this is going to be converted into a clip channel. Ignorance itself, if you know, you know, but I feel like a rebranding is in order. And this isn't the first time, if you've stuck with me over the years, this isn't the first time I've rebranded. I used to be like completely autistic before I did drugs and all that. Opened my mind. But back when I was an autistic pervert, incel, basically, I would just, it was just retarded. It was like my only way to vent. But then over the years, I found, oh, okay, I can actually, like, I can use this to my advantage in any situation. I've used it to expose people in the system. That's very valuable. Journalism and shit, even though I'm not a professional journalist, you can use it to inform people on how the system works so that they can use it to their advantage. I'm studying the tax code right now. You can use it just to talk shit about people, which is what most YouTubers do. But again, I don't want to be like, I want my shit to be like kind of niche almost, like kind of hidden away. I want actually the tourism thing, like having a good time and shit. I want that to be front and center in my business, and I want the podcast arena, whatever I'm doing online, I want that to be in the background. Because personally, even though that's not say Jake Paul's business model. He thrives for those fucking clicks, you know? If he doesn't wake up and see those clicks, he will literally die. Like he's like, because when you're used to doing those numbers every day, it's like the most addictive thing in the world. So, but I want my life and my experience to be front and center, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not one of those people who wants every minute of their life on the internet. Like, I find that abhorrent. The future is uncertain, but it is filled with possibility. And right now, I'm just doing the task that's right in front of me. I'm getting my shit together personally. You guys don't have to know about that, but I'm dealing with motherfuckers trying to, like... It's so weird how, like, you get a little bit of clout, just like the tiniest bit, and motherfuckers will, like, try and take credit for that. Yeah, like, I was gonna do a whole spiel about, Elon and free speeches, more free speeches, bro, and I'm just like, oh, shit. Like, I'm not gonna add anything to this convo because... You know, it's all been said. If you're gonna fall for this billionaire, blue-red scheme, it's the same scheme, dude. Like you pit one billionaire. You do like you see Mark Cuban and Elon Musk battling it out on the internet. It's the same fucking scam. The only difference is they're cutting out the middleman, so that they can take the credit for these fucking dumbass ideas. Like, why would you buy a company and lay everybody off? What would be the point of that? You're supposed to be a job creator, but these motherfuckers like Elon are doing the exact opposite. So I guess maybe get a tax write-off on the fucking, on the depreciation. I mean, this dude is a fucking autistic retard, and he should have his wealth taken from him. I don't know why he's allowed to even exist in the capacity that he does. You know, at least Cuban is, like, trying to, like, fix the system with healthcare, apparently. I don't know much about that, but driving down those costs, that's one way to solve a problem. And I feel like by just engaging in these little culture war spats, you're not solving anything. Kanye is not solving anything. Trump is not solving anything. All they care about is attention. It's all ego. I'm saying, okay, I want the attention, I want the credit, but let's fucking solve a problem. I'm sick of motherfuckers just complaining about being oppressed all the time. It's seriously, like, it's so exhausting. Get out of my face. I've just been muting people on my accounts, left and right, because you don't even follow them. They follow you. The algorithm forces them into your peripheral, and there's, like, the only way, I have to keep fucking blocking people. And I'm at the point where I'm just like, if I have a schedule, if I have a weekly schedule, I'm going to be here this week, I'm going to be in Florida next week, I'm going to be in LA next week, the focus is shifted. So, like, the importance of these current events is shifted to where, oh, this doesn't matter anymore. That's why I travel still. That's Probably one of the main reasons I do it. It's not to flex. That takes 1 second. Take a snapshot of the Eiffel Tower. 1 second. Bleep. You know, you didn't need to know that. I'm just flexing on your bitch ass. Yeah, man, fuck all that noise, bro. Fuck all that noise. Like people, and here's the thing too, they know how to trigger you too. Like, if you're anti-cop, they'll figure out, they'll kill a black guy tomorrow. They'll kill a white guy. They'll kill a woman. That's what fucking Ashley Babbitt was all about. People were mad about Ashley Babbitt. That was to trigger, like, the 1% of Trump tards who actually question authority, which isn't that many, but there's a certain, like, very small percentage who will occasionally say some based shit. You know, they're just trying to get that 1 or 2% riled up so that they have an excuse to take away more of your rights. And so, you know, if you're going to fight that battle, you have to be ruthless. You can't lose. You have to understand how you're going to win. Otherwise, don't do it. Otherwise, absolutely not, you know? So, I'm for burning it down and whatnot. There's no action without consequences. There's no inaction without consequences. But when the consequences of the inaction in the face of injustice outweigh the warning labels on the cigarettes, you know what I'm saying? The warning labels that they put out in the media subliminally to dissuade you from rioting. When those are overshadowed by the scarcity of resources, the scarcity of wealth and opportunity, you don't have any choice. And we're right back to you have no choice. Obviously, that was kind of an edgelord video. But it's true, but it's only true in that context. This is why I'm saying don't take me too seriously. Don't take anybody too seriously. Think for your fucking selves. I'm dead ass serious. I hate when people converse with me and are actual fans of me, but like they seem to like think I have wisdom or something. I don't fucking know. I'm just talking, man. I have verbal diarrhea. All right? The fact that you don't have that quality, that probably means you get a lot more shit done than I do. And I need that. I need people who can actually get shit done. You know? And I don't need negative people. That's the last thing I fucking need in life anymore. And I've just been dodging these motherfuckers like bullets. I've been dodging bullets from this fucking stupid bitch down the street with a kid. I've been dodging these fucking insurance clerks calling me up 5 times a day, like ruthless killers. They'll like switch numbers on you. I'm dodging Popo. I've been dodging fucking everybody. It's like, it's really war out here. It's war. It's a cold war. There's no like, it's not bang bang, shoot, all that shit. But it's a cold war. It's a cold war of the individual empire. All right, I'll end on that note. Stay winning or stay trimping. This is Jake Jones.